NBA 2K19 is now on sale, but is it worth buying? You're about to find out.
Confidence is already building.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Fred Richani, TSC, your home for gaming news updates, reviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. NBA 2K19 has been out for quite some time, and it's more than half price off in most places, including Amazon. I decided to pick this up on Xbox One, and I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on the latest installment of the legendary NBA 2K franchise, which has now spanned 2 decades. Now, full disclosure, I did skip out of NBA 2K18 because I was very turned off by the microtransactions and the negative fan feedback. So the last 2K I actually dove into was 2K17. Earlier, I reviewed NBA Live 19, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I figured, you know what? Let's put these two games up to the test. So the first thing I noticed with NBA 2K19 is a familiar sight. The fantastic presentation as far as graphics go, menus, and overall user interface. You want to play now? You just click, well, play now. You want to play the current NBA games? You click NBA Today. You play online now. You could practice with 2KU. You could play and bring out NBA Street vibes with Blacktop, or you could play with friends. You want to skip over a few tabs? You could go to My Career, My Team, which is very similar to Ultimate Team, My League, and build your league from the ground up. You could be a GM. You could run your league online. You could play present day. You could do one season, or you could start if the playoffs started today and go back to the 2018 playoffs. And you could also watch 2K TV if you just want to kick it and chill. But as far as what this game comes with, that's a little new compared to last year. Well, first things first, there is My Career mode once again, and I'm happy to report that the cutscenes are skippable. Now, My Career mode's not for everybody. In my case, I can play it for a few hours, then I get kind of bored, similar to Madden, and then I just move on to the season mode. Because at the end of the day, I just love being a GM, I love being an owner and building a dynasty, or a dynasty that maybe blows a 3-1 lead. Let's not talk about that. But in this year's My Career mode, you can actually play as a player that nearly made it to the NBA, but unfortunately missed the cut. And you have to go play in China, which is still pretty cool because you run into the likes of Michael Rappaport, Haley Joel Osment, and other stars who are voicing over these respective characters.
Darren Stackhouse, coach of the South Bay Lakers.
Yeah, it's a G League team, right?
Hey, Marcy, you got to read on my lunch? I want a tuna and cheese on 7-grain bread, and then these sprouts they like to stick in there.
There's no 7-grain. And I've been to this place and I've seen the cheese and it's buyer beware.
So what are you going to give me, a little bowl of tuna and slap it on a paper plate? I don't want that.
They can do rye.
No, I don't want tuna and rye. That doesn't taste
Tuna's
good.
delicious on rye.
Are you saying that because you actually believe it or because of my lack of options?
Tuna's gross, so I guess the second one.
I didn't find anything too wrong with this. And again, I didn't play 2K18, but I didn't find the virtual currency to be that obnoxious. You know, they didn't shove it in your face like, hey, you need to buy VC in order to upgrade your character. But I just kind of got bored with it really quickly. It was perfectly fine, but just not my cup of tea. What's also not really my cup of tea is My Team. It's very similar to Ultimate Team with EA, whether you're playing EA UFC or Madden or FIFA or NBA or whatever. You collect these card packs, you build your Ultimate Team, you could spend real money or in-game money to buy more packs and build the super team and complete various challenges. Personally, I don't care for it, but it is a nice option. And where NBA 2K really shines, of course, is in the options, because if My Career is not your thing, if My Team is not your thing, you got My League, you can have an exhibition, you have a number of classic teams and all-time teams you could play as. So you could do like the all-time Bulls versus the legendary Orlando Magic with Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway. You could play as the Lakers with Magic Johnson. You could play as the Miami Heat with LeBron James and the Big Three. I mean, you got a little bit of everything here. There's tons of content to choose from.
O'Neal inside. He's guarded by Ewing.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
My favorite mode is the My League, and I was able to personally build my dynasty of the Brooklyn Nets. But I got to say, I did run into a few glitches here and there. Never mind the fact that in general, 2K has not the best loading time. But I had the 2019 off-season. I was getting ready to sign a number of players. I ended up re-signing D'Angelo Russell and picking up Kawhi Leonard. And as I was playing the season at the beginning, I was like, wait a minute. This feels weird. I don't see any Kyrie Irving. I don't see any Klay Thompson. I don't see any Kevin frickin' Durant. Well, it turns out that for whatever reason, these guys weren't signed. Now, full disclosure, with my league, say you finish the initial season, you could download next year's draft class that's been user-created. So I got Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett and all those guys there. And I was actually able to add a few expansion teams. I chose to add one this year, which was the Seattle Supersonics. So granted, maybe I shifted the balance a little bit, but the fact that Durant, Thompson, Irving, and a number of other major free agents were unsigned up until December is ridiculous. Now, here's the good thing about being so customizable with my league. You can literally switch the team you're working on at a whim. Just flick that right stick. And so I was able to manually sign all these guys to different teams, but it's just utterly ridiculous. On the court, this is a basketball simulation. As a GM, when you're playing my GM, it's a basketball simulation. But for KD and all these guys to be unsigned, yeah, that was definitely ass freaking backwards. As far as the actual gameplay, though, when you get over that glitch and are able to manually sign everybody to teams so you don't go OCD like I did, the gameplay's pretty damn good like I remember it. Compared to NBA Live, I'd say it's a lot more intricate. NBA Live is a little bit more of an arcadey style. With NBA 2K, you have the shot meter, which gives you an indication of how good or bad your shot is. Sometimes it'll say the shot was early or late, and you still hit it no problem. Obviously, it also depends on who's covering you as well. If you're double teamed or triple teamed or way beyond your range, and eventually, I think you'll have fun with this, even if you're not too familiar with the controls and aren't a regular NBA 2K player. Back from the previous 2K versions is the great in-game presentation. From Shaquille O'Neal to Ernie Johnson to Kenny the Jet Smith to the awesome commentary, the various commentary teams, including Chris Webber. And man, I gotta say, I would pay double the price to get Charles Barkley in this game at some point. And hopefully, we will get Charles Barkley at some point in this game because, man, I think that'd just be the icing on the freaking cake.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!
Yes. My favorite time of the year.
So what's the verdict? Graphically, I give NBA 2K19 a 9 out of 10. One of the best looking Xbox One games you can get. The attention to detail is absolutely fantastic, from the mannerisms at the free throw line, to the commentary, to the pre- and post-game presentation. Gameplay, I also give NBA 2K19 a 9 out of 10. A lot of fun to play. Again, it'll take you some time to get the hang of it, but as somebody that did enjoy NBA Live and that kind of arcade experience, I really did enjoy this more intricate experience with the 2K19 gameplay. And say what you want about defense, but I love getting those blocks. I love getting those offensive and defensive rebounds and doing that damn thing, getting the points off of turnovers, the second chance points. I mean, you really are grinding out there once you get into the thick of things, and I think that creates a real fun experience for all. Content, I give NBA 2K19 also a 9 out of 10 because there's just so much to do. My only real major complaint would be in the case of my career mode. You could limit the microtransactions. You could progress the story a little bit faster. I feel like it tends to drag on each and every single year. And I think it's finally time to give us different voice options. I love the voiceover work. I think historically it's been pretty strong in the series, but it would be nice to have those options. I mean, hell, you're giving us all these other options anyway. Might as well add that. Overall, I give NBA 2K19 on Xbox One a 9 out of 10. And I gotta say this, if you enjoyed this review and you're interested in buying this game on sale on Amazon, just click our affiliate links in the description. I'll link them in the show notes below, and you can check it all out right here on TSC News. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications for more updates like this. And as always, enjoy the games.
Their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continues.